So in this video, we're just going to have a very focused look at how bad suspension setup or suspension issues can cause the car to pull to one side, just with a view to helping you to diagnose the problem further and to get back to the ideal factory setup for the suspension. So we're going to explore the various things that go wrong with the suspension and how this can adversely affect the car's handling. So what sort of things can happen within the suspension and the alignment? So you may have hit a curb or a pothole. So that large impact on the suspension would have been absorbed by the suspension system, but it may have damaged suspension components. It could have upset the alignment of the suspension. So if you've got a wheel that is slightly out of alignment, that can have a very detrimental effect on the car's handling and cause it to veer off to one side. So diagnosing wheel alignment issues, you really need professional help with the professional tools to do it properly. A lot of places offer full wheel alignment, but they don't go to great detail. They may actually get all of the wheels pointing in the same direction. But if the suspension system is buckled, one wheel may be slightly further back than the other wheel. And these very simple systems will not necessarily check out that degree of a problem with the alignment of the wheels. So you can come out of the tyre fitter, have the wheels completely aligned, all pointing dead straight or whatever the manufacturer's specifications are, and still have the car veering off to one side. So if that's the case, just check that the suspension components are not buckled. You can actually measure the distance between the front hub and the rear hub on each side, and that should be to the millimetre spot on the same. But with the steering mechanism, you can upset that quite easily, but it's an indicator as to whether there's a problem there with the physical suspension system. And that's certainly something I would particularly check after I'd hit a pothole particularly hard. So this may actually exhibit itself as the car feeling unstable. So it steers mostly in the right direction, but under certain conditions, maybe when you're cornering, it may tend to veer off a little bit unpredictably, or if you hit an abnormal camber, it can start to veer off, whereas on a straight surface, it's relatively okay. The adjustment that would be needed is the camber, the caster, and the toe angles on the suspension. So it's basically all the angles that the wheels could possibly be at, and they just need to be checked and make sure that the wheels are in correct alignment with one another. So remember that the suspension system itself is quite dynamic. As it compresses, it keeps the angle of the wheels true to the road to maximize the cornering grip. So if the suspension is damaged, it may be working fine when you're not under any cornering load, but as soon as you go under cornering load, that abnormal wear on the suspension system or the damaged component is starting to manifest itself, and it's causing the car to go wide or to wander, and you're getting issues like that. So it's handy to just know if that is a problem that happens when you corner. Does it only happen when you corner to the right or to the left? And if you notice that abnormal pulling while you're cornering, tell the mechanic and get the alignment checked. You can probably work out which side hit the pothole, and he'll be able to check the suspension system a little bit more thoroughly on that side. Please boot that like button, because that really does help us to get out there. Subscribe to the channel. We'd hate you to miss out on the great content we've got planned over the upcoming months through this year, and we would love you to stay tuned. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in this next video that I've lined up for you.